All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Disha and Illuminate. Today we are going to be working on how to manipulate the matrix report for taught versus not taught, especially for the fifth grade science semester exam. So I have Illuminate up, and I have my fifth grade science that I'm going to pull up. And here, the great thing is, on the front page of this, you can get a basic approaches, meets, and masters for your taught, for your not taught, and then overall how kids did. Obviously here, I got really upset because, kids didn't do so hot if you're looking at the overall data for the semester exam, but the crazy thing about the fifth grade science is that only 20 points of it was taught, and you need at least 22 points in order to get approaches. So in order to do this, you need a couple of things. First, you need to go to details, and you need to be able to write down all the question numbers right here where it says answer key, which questions were taught and which ones were not taught. So make sure you make a list of all the taught questions so you have that. After you have a list of all your taught questions, you go to reports. You pull up your lovely matrix report, download it to Excel. And then once it is downloaded, we're going to work on some of our manipulation. So I have the matrix report now up. I enable my editing. And now I'm going to delete, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start deleting the questions that are not taught. And so
Question 3,
that would be
4, 6, 8, 10, 14.
And a faster way to do this instead of doing one by one is you can always hold Control and highlight all your questions.
17, 20, 21,
So as you can see, multiple ones are highlighted because I'm holding Control.
22, 28,
And then I just right click and delete, and I can repeat the process. Should be more.
30, 32, 33, and 34.
There's one that we missed. All right, now that we have deleted all the questions that we do not need, we need to be able to fix these averages because as you can see, this average is not right for the number of questions now that the student got wrong. So in order to do this, there's a couple steps that you have to take. First, you have to make your report editable. Remember, this is that place where that stupid little A is hiding. So you got to unhide your A. You delete column B. You click this little corner to highlight your whole cell, go to merge and center and unmerge cells so you don't have anything that's weird. And as you can see for me, this column M popped up, so you want to delete column M for any unmerged cells. Now your data report is ready to start being manipulated. In order to recalculate these scores, we have to be able to have numerical values in this. So you highlight your data set. You do Control F. Click Replace. You want to find your blanks. Those are your greens. And you want to replace it with the number 1. And then you hit Replace All. Now you have a numerical data set. In order to now find how the kid did, so I want to see how Orlando did, I click Orlando's cell, I put equals, I want the sum, because I'm doing a math formula, of all of my questions divided by the total number of questions, which is 20. And all of a sudden I have Orlando's score, which is a 90%. Now I would take that and I would scroll all the way down. So my formula goes in, for all of my kiddos. And now the cool thing about this is you can highlight, you can keep the highlight, and you can turn it into a percent, because I know that's pretty hard to read right now. So just highlight them, right click, format cells, percentage with no decimal point. And there's your percents. Now some of you might be like, oh, I don't like this color, and I want to change the colors. That's conditional formatting, and you can worry about that a little bit later, but you don't. I think what you need to do is be able to filter this. And so if you highlight your top row right above here, click data filter, you can then filter this top to, or smallest to largest. So now you can see how many kids are at approaches, meets, and masters through your cutoffs, because now they're in complete order. And so this lets you manipulate it. One other tip that we would have is, in this rubric space, I would just actually write what the question's about. So if I look at the science test, question 1 is about types of energy. So I would just type in types of energy. This way, what this allows you to do is you can then start seeing trends in some of your data. So for example, another type of energy that, if say another question was types of energy, we can start manipulating to see how kids did on that standard. But I'll save that for the next video.